Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our Employee Learning Week special series. If this is the first one you're tuning in for, look around. There's somewhere a link nearby that'll take you to the full series, and we'd love for you to check out the other episodes. So, all this week, we've been celebrating by reflecting on some of our favorite programming from this past year and initiatives, and we're inviting you, our listeners, to engage with our chapter's mission and reflect on your own learning journeys. And I'm Jami, VP of Tech Ops and current president-elect for the Ann Arbor chapter. And today we have another special guest from what we lovingly call our chapter sibling. So we have Laurie here from ATD Detroit. Hi, Laurie. Welcome.
Hi.
You want to take a minute just to introduce yourself and let us know about your role over at ATD Detroit?
Yeah, my name is Laurie Zeller. I've been an AT Detroit member for about 6 years and just finishing up serving a term as president of the chapter for this year. For my job, I work with SAE, which is an engineering association. It's a little bit like ATD for engineers that are in like the mobility space, automotive, aerospace, commercial vehicles. And I work with their professional development team as an operations specialist and instructional designer.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. And let's just jump into some questions.
Yeah.
So, looking back on this past year, we've been talking about A2ATD programming this week, but is there any specific ATD Detroit event program or initiative that really stands out as a favorite for you from this past year?
I think Detroit has kind of a signature program we call the Top Trainer Throwdown. We've been doing it for over 10 years, and it was actually the first ATD Detroit event that I attended when I first wanted to join the chapter. It's still been a little bit smaller post-COVID, but we're so glad to have it in person. And what makes it fun is we usually have 4 trainers, and they're supposed to come in and throw down their best training. And then everyone who is attending gets to participate in these training sessions, give feedback, and vote. So we make it like a fun competition, and you get a chance to learn a lot of different things because the trainers can pick whatever topic that they would like to do. This year we had someone from Drums Alive do a mini version of their Train the Trainer. So we were getting up and moving and dancing and kind of learning new ways to get people involved. And then our winner did a really great session on bringing DEI to your organization and how to look at differences beyond male, female, black, white, and some of those like gender and race issues, and really looking at how do people solve problems differently? What kind of learning styles do they have? What are the personality differences, and how do we really accommodate those in a team? So it was a great event this year. Also, I have to say we just had our first annual member appreciation month, the first annual member appreciation event, and that was also awesome. We had free headshots. We had a panel of speakers that each did about a 15-minute thing. We gave out our anniversary gifts, and it's been our biggest event since we were together in early 2020. So that may be a new favorite.
That's so cool. Yeah, I think I saw some about that on LinkedIn. You have a great marketing team over there, by the way. And yeah, and the throwdown sounds like a blast. Uh, Nothing wrong with a little healthy competition to spark your
Mm-hmm.
learning.
Mm-hmm.
So back in April, our 2 chapters collaborated on the Pre-ATD24 Michigan Speakers Conference, which really brought together members from across Michigan to spotlight the local talent that was presenting at the ATD International Conference. Could you share some of the highlights from that event and how it strengthened our chapter's connections?
Yeah, I mean, being able to do it 2 years in a row has been great. And I really feel like working together, we bring something that's bigger and better than either chapter could do on their own. I mean, even though in Detroit we're a little bigger chapter, we didn't have the same connections that Laurel had as being an ATD speaker. So her ideas of bringing the people and then us bringing the members together to attend, as well as sharing costs and expenses, really, really went a long way. couple things I was really excited about. One was just the lineup of speakers that we had, having Matt Pierce from Camtasia
Yes.
and, having Megan Torrance and other people who really are well known in the field, but they've got those local roots and they're willing to come together and give excellent content. And then also the watch party that we did, I thought was special, where we had an opportunity to get together in person, and it was split about half and half, Ann Arbor and Detroit. We had a student member come who was new, and she was able to talk to other people in the field, get some recommendations, and start to build relationships. And that's really what it's all about.
Yeah, I love that. And we've been trying to encourage more with our student members. It's such a valuable resource and opportunity for them. Yeah, and I agree too. I love that these, big names are still willing to just share so much. And um, so more recently, do you have an example of how ATD Detroit has supported its members in driving impactful learning programs at their own organizations?
The example I thought when we first were looking at this question was our instructional design special interest group. Earlier this summer, we just spent the hour in small groups talking about what is your biggest challenge as an instructional designer or someone interested in that field. So we had time to talk with each other, bring our challenges, and then offer solutions. So I know that people went back to their workplace with a new idea on how to work with subject matter experts, how to increase efficiency, how to, pitch the ideas for what they needed to do, because we came together and just shared our challenges and had a chance to listen to one another.
Well, I truly believe every chapter has its own unique strengths that make it stand out. And I'm wondering, in your opinion, what is ATD Detroit's hidden talent?
I think we kind of have two things. Going back to the special interest groups, we've been doing these for a while. We have two special interest groups and a coffee chat that we do virtually monthly. It's open to members of other ATD chapters, so it's really a way to get people together. And if you come on multiple weeks, you start to get to know other people that are in the field. There's a chance for real interaction and dialogue as well as learning something new. So I think that's really a strength that we've carried, to have those smaller communities within the larger chapter. We have leaders who come and share new information, but the strength is really the people attending and what they bring to the discussion. And then I think we really have something special for the energy and enthusiasm of welcoming people. When we get together in person, like, there's just so much energy in the room. There's always new connections being made, and people who've been around 5-10 years that are committed to this community and want to come and help people that are new or people that are transitioning. So there's always both a give and a take. And you get our VP of membership, Clifton, up there facilitating things, and like, it's going to be a good time, and everyone's going to leave with something that they learned and a new connection.
Yeah, Clifton is great. I actually met him at ATD Ice earlier this year, and we were waiting at the bus stop to head over to the conference center together, and we had this dawning moment of like, wait a minute. And he introduced me to the idea of the chapter siblings concept, and I was like, I love that.
Yeah, we always take a slide to promote what Ann Arbor is doing coming up, and if there's anything with ISPI or the Coaching Federation or HR SHRM. So we want to help people connect with the other resources that are out there.
Yeah, I love the connections. All right, one for fun. I've been enjoying asking everyone this one. If you could have any superpower to help with your work and talent development, what would it be and why?
So this one's really unique to my job. I'm just starting to move into instructional design, but we design training for professional engineers. And I am a music, English, history kind of person. Calculus and all the technical content, I don't really know. So maybe a superpower to really quickly understand all the stuff that I never learned, so I can upskill faster. I think it would be a fun superpower to help with the designing
definitely.
Training that's coming up.
Yeah. Love it. I could use it. All right. Well, thank you so much, Lori, for spending a little time with us today. Before we go, let's give our listeners something to ponder. What's a question you want everyone to answer in the comments?
I know people in our space come to ATD for so many different reasons. And so I'm always curious to find out, did you end up in talent development by accident, or were you coming by intention? And then if it was by accident, what was it that brought you in? What hooked you in? What took you to that space? And if you're here by intention, what was your motivation to come and enter this space of coaching or designing or training? And then what keeps you here?
All right, let's hear it. What's those hooks and motivations? Can't wait to see in the comments. All right, everyone. Happy Employee Learning Week. Keep celebrating, keep learning, and we'll see you in the next one.